you have been juggling with multiple hats, still able to always cross boundaries and expand your boundaries and also create opportunities.
Okay.
How have you been able to do all of this successfully?
That's a very good question, actually. See, if you look at it, and in business, what you need is planning and execution. Your product might change. Your product could be, for example, what we do could be real estate. ಇಲ್ಲ ದಿಸ್ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿನೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಗಾಲ್ಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಇದು ಏನೇ ಆಗಲಿ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ, if you manage your finances correctly, products can change, but still you can do all of these businesses. So what we follow is that we make a good framework for the business discipline and follow that discipline in all that we do. So one of the biggest discipline we do is that we are a zero debt company. What does it mean, zero debt? And we don't leverage any loan. So the company does not have extra burden of ರೀಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಕಟ್ಟೋದು ಈಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಈಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಎನಿ ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಅಂತ. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಫ್ರೀ ಮೀಲ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್ ದಟ್ ಎನಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಡೂ, we don't take any sort of loans in that business. So that is step one for our success, if you call it as a success.
Wow, but it's a really game changer to think that I will start my own startup with my own funding, because today's generation, if you see, the clarity is lacking the most.
Okay.
And you have probably 20 years back started your Confident Group.
20 years back, yeah.
How did you have this clarity back in time, and how did you go forward with it?
See, basically what happens is that if you look at the real estate project, why we have never taken any construction funding or project funding is for one reason, is that we sell dreams to customers. It's a dream. So on a dream, if you have external borrowing and funding, it becomes difficult to deliver the dream. So that is the logic that we follow, and that is the logic that we continue, so that none of our real estate project we have gone for a project funding or project loan. So what we do is that we make sure that these we don't pledge our property and take loan, and we don't take construction loan. So every industry goes through a recession.
Correct.
Whether it's real estate, whether it's automobile, whether it is consumer, FMCG, goes through ups and downs. So if you don't have loan repayment, your success rate is much higher than a company which has got debt on the company. So this is our logic. So we try to have an internal accruals to manage our fund flow and to manage our expansions.
This was the strategy from day one of the Confident Group, or did you evolve over years to reach this?
We evolved it over the years, and we realized that we need to be lean and mean. So this thing, I mean, it's like that. And in business, if you're lean and mean, you can go that extra mile. So that's what. And what happens if you have a startup? You have funding which comes into the company. And in real estate is an industry which is the biggest economy contributor in the country or the world. But in our startup, nobody will give you fund the way they give in technological startup, right? So you need to find your ways and means to start, stand, grow, and multiply. So that makes us that much more internally correct systems to operate.